It's R211 from earlier, and we're going to be doing the C train now. So we're starting at 168th Street on the C train. So at 168th Street is the first station in Manhattan on the C train, and it's a terminus station for the A and C trains. You could transfer to the A and 1 train, and the C train terminates on the express track. If you're wondering what that noise is, I'm chewing gum. So, at 163rd Street is the only station you could it's this. It's underground I think it's underground from the A train or something. And now at 145th Street, at 155th Street, you could transfer to the you could transfer to the B and D train by walking to the other 155th Street station. And then at 145th Street, you meet the B and D train. And now we're going to be skipping all the way into 50th Street. So at 50th Street is the first thing to transfer to the E train. So at 42nd Street, wait, didn't I say I was going to say something on the C train one, I think? Whatever. So, at 50th Street, you could transfer to the E train. And now, let's go on to 42nd Street Port Authority Bus Terminal. So, at 42nd Street Port Authority Bus Terminal, you could transfer to the BDFN, like I told you on the B train video, by bypassing the shuttle train platform. And now let's go into 34th Street Penn Station. And I don't have the announcements for the C train. And I'm sorry about that, but I will be putting announcements. So I'll be right back real quick, and I'll put the announcements on my phone.
34 Select Bus Service. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, and Amtrak.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
This is a
So at 34th Street Penn Station, you could transfer to the M34 Select Bus Service and the A and C trains.
Brooklyn-bound C local train. The next stop is 23rd Street. This is 23rd Street.
Transfer to the M23 Select Bus Service.
So at 23rd Street, you can transfer to the E train and the F and M train by walking to the other 14th Street. I'm at 23rd Street Station.
This is a Brooklyn-bound C local train. The next stop is 14th Street. This is 14th Street.
Transfer is available to the A and L trains. Transfer is also available to the M14 Select Bus Service. This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the front of the platform.
So this is an accessible station, and you can transfer to the L train. So let's go on to West 4th Street.
This is a Brooklyn-bound C local train. The next stop is West 4th Street. This is West 4th Street.
Transfer is available to the A, B, D, E, F, and M trains.
So at West 4th Street, you could transfer to the BDFM trains.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the front of the platform.
This is a Brooklyn-bound C local train. The next stop is Spring Street. This is a Brooklyn...
So at Spring Street, you could transfer to the E train.
bound C local train. The next stop is Canal Street. This is...
So at Canal Street is the last chance to transfer to the E train, except for World Trade Center, aka Chambers Street.
Canal Street.
Attention everyone. If you have questions or need to report an issue to the police, the NYPD is located at the station.
Transfer is available to the A and E trains. This is a Brooklyn-bound C local train. The next stop is Chambers Street. This is Chambers Street.
Transfer is available to the 2, 3,
R and W trains.
You can also transfer to the E train, but it's a terminus station. And then you can transfer to the 2, 3, and R trains. Now let's go to Fulton Street.
Connection is available to Path. This is a Brooklyn-bound C local train. The next stop is
Fulton Street.
This is
Fulton Street. Transfer is available to the 2, 3, 4, 5, and J trains.
Connection is available to Path trains.
This is an accessible station.
This is a Brooklyn-bound...
So at Fulton Street, you could transfer to the J and Z trains. And you could transfer to the PAP trains. And I don't know how you can, but I think you can like walk to like World Trade Center, I think. Yeah, World Trade Center. And Fulton Street is the last stop in Manhattan for the C, A, and C trains. And the next stop is the first stop in Brooklyn.
C local train. The next stop is High Street. This is a Euclid Avenue.
So at High Street is the first stop for Euclid Avenue bound C trains to announce that. And then at High Street is called High Street Brooklyn Bridge. And now, let's go to J Street Metro Tech.
Bound C local train. The next stop is J Street Metrotech.
So this is the last chance to transfer to the F train and the R train. And the F trains are across the platform. And now let's go to Lloyd Schermerhorn Street.
This is J Street Metrotech.
Transfer is available to the F and R trains.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Hoyt Schermerhorn Street.
So I heard.
This is Hoyt Schermerhorn Street.
Attention everyone. If you have questions or need to report an issue to the police, the NYPD is located at the station.
Transfer is available to the A and G trains. This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Lafayette Avenue.
So at Hoyt Schermerhorn Streets. So at Hoyt Schermerhorn Streets, you could transfer to the G train, and the officers and the police officers are there. So let's go to Lafayette Avenue.
Better with the guru, just to fix your feet.
People text me pictures of their feet all the time. I got this one.
This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is...
So at Lafayette Avenue is on Fulton Street, and on the Fulton Street G is called Lafayette Avenue. Now let's go into Clinton, Washington Avenues.
Clinton, Washington Avenues. This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Franklin Avenue.
So at Franklin Avenue, we didn't get to Clinton, Washington Avenues. There's not much history about Clinton, Washington Avenues anyway. So at Franklin Avenue, you can transfer to the Franklin Avenue shuttle. Now let's go into Nostrand Avenue.
This is Franklin Avenue. Transfer is available to the Franklin Avenue shuttle.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the front of the platform.
This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Nostrand Avenue. This is Nostrand Avenue. Transfer is available to the A train.
So at Nostrand Avenue, you could transfer to the A train on the upper level, and the C train is on the lower level. Now let's go on to Kingston Throop Avenues.
Transfer is available to the B44 Select Bus Service. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad.
This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Kingston Throop Avenues. This is a
There's not much history about Kingston Throop Avenues, so let's go to
Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Utica Avenue.
So at Utica Avenue, you could transfer to the So at Utica Avenue, there's an abandoned platform for the T train, and at Utica Avenue, you could So at Utica Avenue, you can transfer to the A train. So let's go to Robb Avenue.
This is Utica Avenue. Transfer is available to the A train.
Transfer to the B46 Select Bus Service.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the front of the platform.
This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Ralph Avenue. This is a Euclid...
I don't know why they call it Ralph Avenue, but let's just go to Rockaway Avenue.
Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Rockaway Avenue.
So at Rockaway Avenue, I think they think about Rockaway, the Rockaways, so they decided to call Rockaway Avenue. Now let's go to Broadway Junction.
This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Broadway Junction.
So at Broadway Junction, you can transfer to the J and Z trains. Also the L train. And it's the last transfer to the A train, except for Euclid Avenue. So now let's go on to Liberty Avenue.
This is Broadway Junction.
Attention everyone. If you have questions or need to report an issue to the police, the NYPD is located at this station.
Transfer is available to the A, J, L, and Z trains. This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Liberty Avenue. This is a Euclid...
So at Liberty Avenue, guess the avenue was called Liberty. And now let's go to Van Sinklen Avenue.
Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Van Sicklen Avenue. This is a
So at Van Sinklen Avenue, it's actually in rope. So I guess there's not much history at Van Sinklen Avenue and Shepherd Avenue. So I'll just go for the announcement.
Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Shepherd Avenue. This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next and last stop is Euclid Avenue. This is Euclid Avenue. Transfer is available to the A train.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
So Euclid Avenue is a terminus station for the C train and the A train sometimes. And it's an accessible station, and it also has a yard. So that'll be the end for the C train video, and I will see you guys on the E train video. Bye.